question at hand is, how do I conceal in leggings while wearing my Enigma? Although using the Enigma with leggings isn't inherently different than using it with other clothing items like shorts, jeans, skirts, or even dresses, we do have a couple of tips that should at least help for concealing in leggings specifically. First, there are three main issues that may arise while using the Enigma with leggings: below the belt printing, leg leash printing, and grip access. I'll cover each of these problems and a few of their potential solutions. So first, let's talk about below the belt printing. Below the belt printing is just as it sounds, printing below your belt line. This is a particularly common issue with women's clothing. Women's pants are often designed to fit tighter in that region, whereas men's pants are often inherently looser in that area. Although men's clothing absolutely can still allow for below the belt printing, it's just less common. So now that we've identified the problem of below the belt printing, how do we solve it or at least mitigate it while wearing leggings? I find that it's always best to start with the three basic concealment mechanics: finding your concealment sweet spot, getting enough grip tuck, and getting enough grip rotation. In this case, we're going to focus specifically on finding your sweet spot. If our gun is not placed in our concealment sweet spot, or it's larger than our concealment sweet spot, then it will likely print more in just about every dimension, whether that be the grip, the rear sight, or even the muzzle. So in order to find your concealment sweet spot, you simply need to identify where your body's peaks and valleys are and make sure to place your gun in a valley. If you need more help finding your concealment sweet spot, you can watch this video next. So now that we have our gun placed in our concealment sweet spot, we may find that the below the belt printing is a little bit better, but when it comes to wearing leggings, it will never truly be able to completely disappear. And this is because leggings don't really allow for gapping between the body and the clothing. Leggings often stretch around the body's curves and will inevitably accentuate the shape of a gun. So the next step for eliminating below the belt printing is twofold. We can both bring the gun up slightly higher on our body so that the bottom of the holster isn't visible below our shirt line, or we can simply wear a longer shirt in order to hide the portion of the gun or the holster that is showing through the leggings. When it comes to wearing an Enigma with leggings, you may find that your leg leash material shows through your clothing. Don't worry, there is a very simple fix for this. In order to solve this issue, you can simply use the alternative leg leash routing method. This method also works wonders for wearing shorts, skirts, and even dresses. Some users even find that they prefer this method for all Enigma use. In order to use the alternative routing method, you want to first start by loosening your leg leash so that it's almost twice the length it usually is for the traditional routing method. Start by crossing your leg leash around the center of your thigh. Next, route your buckle through the top of your belt between your body and the belt. Next, secure your buckle. I prefer to then adjust my buckle so that it sits higher up in order to keep it away from my leg as I sit and bend. Finally, you may find that when wearing leggings, you prefer to bring your waistband up and over your gun. This is okay so long as you know how to safely draw and reholster with this excess material. We recommend watching our full deep carry video in order to get the full introduction for how to do this safely and properly, but I will share a short portion of that with you now.
For unstructured or elastic waistbands which don't leave enough gap, Sarah's recommendation is a modification of this technique in which the curled knuckles of those three fingers push the material away without snagging. Lately, we've seen a third technique emerge. Since it's intuitive to treat the pants or shorts like they're just another cover garment, we've seen people start to develop a two-handed draw used in contexts where the shirt either isn't present or it's a crop top which doesn't need to be cleared out of the way. The support hand clears the waistband downward, and the dominant hand accesses the grip conventionally. There's an important safety and efficiency tip, which we'd like to emphasize as this method gets traction. Make sure that the non-dominant hand is moving upwards and out of the way of the muzzle before the gun clears the holster. Ensuring that the support hand is there before the gun is there will keep your hand safe and make your presentation much more consistent. Make sure that you don't sweep your hand with the muzzle of your gun at any point during the draw. And of course, ensure that you have a clear and unobstructed path back to the holster when putting the gun away. You may need to manipulate your pants or the holster to ensure that the mouth of the holster isn't covered. So start by anchoring your elbow to the body with the muzzle in a safe direction. This physical index will completely prevent you from muzzling your support hand or your body while you push the holster above the belt line, or if you need to unbutton your pants or pull down the waistband. And ensure that your hands and legs are fully clear of the path of the muzzle when the gun goes back in the holster.
And that should be all you need to know for getting the best concealment while wearing your Enigma with leggings. If you have any more questions or considerations, please don't hesitate to drop a comment down below. Please also consider watching these follow-up videos that I discussed earlier on in the video.